champion parent with a Sagicor Bank unsecured loan.
The time by Sagicor Bank is
CVM News at 7 Wednesday, courtesy of
Your Love Lives On with life insurance from Sagicor.
Tonight in CVM News at 7, manhunt success. 6 of 9 escapees recaptured, 3 still at large. Let's fix it. More wage talks between government and teachers union set for Thursday after JTA threatens industrial action. And loggerheads, JLP and PNP clash over crime plans. In sports, Noah Lyles beaten for the second time in 4 days, this time by Oblique Seville. From Kingston, Jamaica, this is CVM News at 7 for Wednesday, August 20, 2025. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nika Lewis. 6 of the 9 inmates who escaped police custody have been recaptured. A police team this afternoon captured 3 more of the men who escaped from the Constant Spring lockup in St. Andrew on Tuesday. Back in custody are 31-year-old Junior Anthony Barnes, 25-year-old Kamal Kelly, and 27-year-old Brandon Ennis, who were apprehended in Trelawny. Previously recaptured were 23-year-old Talik Chambers, Richard Bishop, 19, and 46-year-old David Rhoden. Still on the run are Donque Douglas, 25, Alonzo Espute, 19, and 18-year-old Fray Mesias. The police say the search continues for the escapees. Anyone with information is being asked to contact the Constant Spring Police at 876-924-1421, Crime Stop at 311, or Police 119 emergency number. In the meantime, there is concern about the frequency of jailbreaks affecting lockups. In December 2024, 5 inmates escaped from the Barnett Street lockup in St. James. In December 2023, 7 inmates escaped from the St. Mary Police lockup. Before that, in June 2023, 8 inmates escaped from the Black River Police lockup in St. Elizabeth. In August 2021, 2 inmates escaped from the Hunts Bay lockup in St. Andrew. Still in August 2021, 3 inmates escaped from the Port Royal lockup. Noted criminologist Dr. Jason Mackay says the problem stems from permanent prisoners being housed in lockups, which are to house inmates temporarily.
We have more persons in long-term remand than we have proper penal remand facilities to keep them. So we are forced to keep long-term remandees at police station lockups. Now, long-term remand is a different psychosis from a short-term remand. When a person is remanded over a long period of time, all they think about is.
In 2015, then Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, David Cameron, offered to build a modern prison to house criminals, including deportees the UK wanted to send to Jamaica. The government rejected that offer. Dr. Mackay believes that was a wrong call.
The biggest blunder we ever made was not taking it. But you say, well, this is a problem when you allow your history to bridle you, you know. The reality is that the British experience in Jamaica was so negative that them building a prison was just the wrong message. And then it came with the fact that they would be keeping some of their prisoners here with us.
In other news now, stakeholders in the education sector are set to meet Thursday as tensions grow between teachers and the government over wage negotiations. The Education Ministry is moving to ease tensions after the Jamaica Teachers Association warned that normalcy come September is not guaranteed. Amoy Harriet has been tracking that story.
Schools reopen in less than 2 weeks, but now a growing concern is whether students will return to empty classrooms with teachers in short supply.
Our teachers are amongst the lowest paid in the Caribbean. And our politicians are amongst the highest paid. What this means, colleagues, is that you cannot expect a teacher to be in the classroom operating as his or her optimal level, and his basic needs of food, clothing and shelter are not being met.
The Finance Ministry has offered the country's over 25,000 teachers a 3-year wage deal that would see no salary increase in the first year, then a 2.5% increase each year for the following 2 years. The teachers have rejected this deal, demanding that an improved offer be brought to the table. But to date, no new offer. President of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Mark Malavra, says the teachers can't promise normalcy when schools reopen September 1, and the warnings didn't stop there.
If this matter is not treated with, then we will leverage the resources of the teacher and bring a class action lawsuit against the government on behalf of these teachers. Worries in the dance.
With the start of the new school year hanging in the balance, the Education Ministry is moving to step in and ease the crisis. Speaking on day 3 of the Jamaica Teachers Association annual conference on Wednesday, Education Minister Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon said as negotiations continue, the government is committed to giving the teachers the best possible offer. A meeting is set for Thursday morning to iron out the issues.
It will be at the Prime Minister's office, and we will have the unions there, we will have civil society there, we'll have government and opposition has been invited to it. So this is serious. We are serious about getting to you the best offer possible. It will not just be about salaries. There also, and the President has spoken to me about anomalies from the last negotiation, and that those anomalies also have to be addressed. And as I said, you know, sometimes you have to stay in your lane a little bit, but I am behind the scenes pushing for you.
As for the updates from the Finance Ministry, our newsroom put the matter to Finance Minister Favour Williams following her nomination on Monday.
We are committed to doing the best that we can by public sector workers as best as the country can afford to do. You would have noticed as well, and the communication is out there, that for this fiscal year 25-26, we would have given the majority of the public sector workers 7.5% increase already. And it's not back money, it's for fiscal 25-26.
Amoy Howard reporting for CVM News.
In the meantime, JTA President Mark Malava is condemning what he describes as the politicization of school boards across the country. His comment comes weeks after Chairman of the Education Transformation Oversight Committee, Dr. Adrian Stokes, reported that the ministry is exploring measures to reform the governance structure of school boards. Dr. Stokes said among the methods being explored is improving the application process for persons who wish to serve on boards.
But true reform cannot begin unless we confront one of the most corrosive practices plaguing our schools, the unchecked powers given to members of parliament to nominate up to 4 members to a school board, including the chairman. How can individuals with no working relationship with the school's leadership, no understanding of the school's improvement plan, and no vision for its future be granted sweeping authority to decide who governs it?
As back to school draws near, Minister of Education Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon declared that academic performance is steadily improving among the nation's students. With this update, here's Kevin Black.
We're going in the right direction, Jamaica. We are doing a lot in our schools.
The back-to-school season brings us back to schooling ourselves on the government's plans for the education system. Speaking at the 1 p.m. podcast facilitated by the JLP, Minister of Education Dana Morris-Dixon outlines continuous work had to be done over the last few years to bridge the gap between student results and national standards.
We had to implement a lot of strategies in order to help our children to move up. So we had to understand that and understand the learning losses so that we could help them in order to get to better results. And we saw it in grade 6 after all the hard work of our teachers, our parents. We ended up seeing a dramatic improvement.
Minister Dixon also explains the importance of reintroducing civics to the primary school curriculum.
3 years ago, 3 is a nice number, but it was 3 years ago that Faithful Williams introduced it back into schools. And over 500 of our schools are currently doing civics classes. And several persons have written new books on civics, telling the Jamaican story, talking about our values, which is so great to see.
She believes that her ministry's initiatives have been the catalyst for growth in regards to student improvement.
And so when you hear 85%, which is better than the rest of the Caribbean region, it's a big deal. It's cause to celebrate. We're going in the right direction. So what it says is that what we are doing is working. We need to do it some more. We need to look at what's worked the best and implement those.
Minister Dixon is encouraging students to work assiduously during the upcoming school year. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
We have political stories right after the break.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaica. For far too long, bad roads have burdened our communities. PMP once promised pothole-free Jamaica by 2003. That didn't work out for you. This Jamaica Labour Party government is different. We're not just talking, we're working, building your roads, delivering results. Under the Spark program, we're investing $45 billion of your money to build over 600 new roads in your communities. New sidewalks, drains, water pipes, and so much more. By November, we will complete the first 100 across all 14 parishes. This is for you, your communities, your roads, your future. We will get it done. Choose performance. Choose Jamaica. Choose the Jamaica Labour Party.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Do it for your best life. Go check your HIV status. So keep your life trending, no pretending. Me I tell yourself do it for you, do it for you. Every time you are link with a condom, coulda Ozzy, coulda wife, coulda be a random. Condom connect and protect your profile. Be your own fan. Do it for your best life. Do it for your best life. Don't put yourself at risk. Condom connect every time. Do it for your best life.
Need a AC fi cool the temperature. Get chilled and start out your summer.
ATL, Panasonic's exclusive distributor in Jamaica, now brings you the all-new R32 air conditioners. Powered by eco-friendly R32 gas, which uses 30% less refrigerant, you get to cool faster, save more, and protect the planet. Thanks to inverter technology, you get top performance with real savings on your monthly bill, starting at just $59,999.
Start out your summer with ATL. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks so much for staying with us. We continue now with politics because there was excitement on Haywood Street in West Kingston as People's National Party President Mark Golding walked through the community, firing up comrades and reminding residents of their strong political past. However, as our reporter Akeem Orrit tells us, the history of West Kingston makes the tour even more significant.
Supporters waving flags and a sea of orange flooded Haywood Street in Kingston West recently as PNP President Mark Golding made his way through the constituency. Golding used the occasion to remind constituents that the area was once a stronghold for the People's National Party.
West Kingston was a PNP constituency. Yeah. If you pick this, right from the past constituency, it was a PNP constituency. Yeah. And the word is learning, nothing stays the same.
West Kingston's political story is one steeped in history. In the 1950s and 60s, it was a PNP stronghold, represented by national figures such as Sir Florizel Glasspool. But by the 1970s, Edward Seaga and the Jamaica Labour Party began consolidating victory. Seaga's decades-long reign transformed West Kingston into one of the strongest JLP bastions in the country. Still, Golding declared that he is committed to building a better Jamaica if given the chance to lead the country.
I, a born Jamaican, am committed to making Jamaica a better place for all, especially those who want it hard, like you, who live in conditions which are always easy, and when opportunities from good life are not always there for you. That is why we have a whole policy and programs in store to make life better for the people.
As the tour ended with spirited chants and dancing in the streets, the PNP president energized his supporters, signaling that the party is ready to reclaim ground in Kingston West. Akeem Orrit, CVM News.
The country's two main political parties are clashing over how crime should be tackled. The opposition is criticizing the government's approach, but the JLP says the data speaks for itself. Our reporter Carla Ramdeen has more.
Opposition spokesman on national security Peter Bunting criticized the government's approach to crime, describing it as promoting a warrior mentality among the security forces. JLP's campaign chairman Dr. Christopher Tufton hit back, insisting that the JLP's crime-fighting strategies produce measurable results.
The difference is that they talk, and in some instances, in his case, depend on divine intervention without action, while we act. We have acted and we have brought crime down.
Tufton added that the government has reduced crime by 43%. That is approximately 300 fewer people in Jamaica that have been murdered this year in comparison to last year. He was speaking during a tour of Northwest Clarendon on Tuesday with the JLP candidate Warren Newby.
We have brought crime down in a parish where there were mass shootings, where women and children were murdered, significant robberies, and people were living in fear. What we have done as a party is to apply intelligence gathering, put more police on the ground, and have been able to control and reduce crime by well over 50% year to date. Never before has that happened.
On the other hand, Bunting says the PNP's approach promotes a guardian mentality among the security forces, which is aimed at upholding the human rights of Jamaican citizens.
So with a warrior mentality, our security forces go out to fight crime and enforce the law. With a guardian mentality, our security forces go out every day to uphold the human rights of our citizens.
Bountin was speaking at the recent PNP manifesto launch at the Pegasus Hotel. Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
Professor Sonia Stanley Naya is warning that more than 60 years after independence, outdated colonial laws like the Vagrancy and Obia Acts and a curriculum that sidelines African history continue to restrict Jamaicans. She says reclaiming Marcus Garvey's call for self-reliance and cultural pride is essential for true freedom. Zor Grant has more on the Marcus Garvey lecture.
In her address, Professor Stanley Naya outlined that the education system must also be reformed, saying schools often erase African history while centering the legacies of colonizers.
I never learned about African history in school. I remember when we made a mistake in geography class in Mount Alvernia High School where I attended, and my parents went out and bought Southern Continents as a book that we were supposed to use in geography, only to be told when we got to school that we're not going to do the African continent. So there is something fundamental about the shift of geographical reason in relation to what it is we are learning. We learn enough about the colonizers now.
She says economic power was central to Garvey's vision and urged Caribbean nations to reduce reliance on imports and foreign investment by creating their own industries.
Establish black-owned factories, shipping lines, and trading companies to replace dependency on foreign merchants. Cooperatives will keep profits within the community, just as Garvey envisioned with the Black Star Line. Reparation as a right, not a favor. Slavery built the wealth of Europe and America. We demand restitution for centuries of stolen labor and land. Political autonomy and federal Caribbean unity. End colonial governance. Move toward a United States of the Caribbean.
Professor Stanley Naya cautioned that without change, colonial-era restrictions will continue to define the region, from limited access to beaches to outdated laws still on the books.
The Town and Country Planning Act, and specifically the Beach Access Act, states that all beaches belong to the government. The government has been steadily leasing and straight up selling the country's beaches, beachfront properties, for decades. According to the government, there are 60+ free public beaches around the island. What they do not say is that much of these remaining free beaches are experiencing high levels of erosion. The beach is diminishing with each passing storm, and many more have become too rough to swim or enjoy.
Zor Grant reporting for CVM News.
There's more CVM News at 7 in a moment.
Is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
The Jamaica Labour Party is doing more for you and your pocket. No new taxes in 8 years. We have created over 250,000 new jobs. That's more Jamaicans working than ever before. Across every industry, we have delivered real progress, real performance, not just promises. We're doing more for you, and we're not done yet. Choose results you can count on. Put your X beside the bell.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
You know what's sweet? You know what's the New Pack Sweet Living Promotion? Win great prizes. Send in 5 New Pack labels. Fill out the tagline. New Pack, more than just value. Time for Live Sweet. Enter the New Pack Sweet Living Promotion, July 13th to September 6th. See the press for more details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Every child deserves a home filled with love. When hope meets heart, a new journey begins.
Welcome home, David.
Welcome, David. Make it your own.
Family is built on moments shared.
Go, David, yes!
Every smile and every shared moment connects us with a brighter future. Here, you're not just welcomed, you're family. Foster hope, foster love, foster a child today. Contact the CPFSA for more information.
Welcome back. Still on politics, in St. Ann Northwestern, the race for the upcoming general election is beginning to take shape. Supporters turned out on Monday as parties submitted their nominees, setting the stage for what promises to be a closely watched contest. Raheem White has this report.
The streets outside the nomination center were alive with excitement as supporters of the People's National Party gathered to witness the submission of their nominee for St. Ann Northwestern. Flags waved in the breeze, drums and upbeat music set a lively tone, and the crowds cheer as their party member arrived to hand in the paperwork. Gabriella Morris was nominated to represent the People's National Party in the constituency, officially putting her name forward ahead of the September 3rd general elections.
Well, I first want to say thank you to the good people of Northwest St. Ann who have placed their confidence in me. And the showing here today is evident that People's National Party is ready to return Northwest St. Ann to the winning column. I'm here to be a listener. I'm here to be the people's champion. I'm here to be their representative. And over the next few days leading up to the election, we will be on the ground in every nook and cranny, on the highway and the byways, reaching out to the people, listening to their concerns. Because we have heard that the people of Northwest St. Ann are crying out for representation, and we will deliver.
Also showing support, the former councillor for St. Ann Southeastern, Delroy Redway, endorsing Morris and praising her track record and vision for the constituency.
We are ensuring victory for the People's National Party. Time come. She's a wonderful, committed, dedicated, organized, and willing to serve representative. And we are 100% behind her, and we will be supporting her for the victory.
Representing the Jamaica Labour Party, Crystal Lee, she emphasized her ongoing work in the constituency, saying her efforts demonstrate that she is the right fit to represent the people.
I'm very happy to be duly nominated. Let me thank my team and the people of St. Ann Northwest for believing in me and the work that I've been doing. I want to say from here on now, we're going to be doing a tour of the constituency, which is, you know, a normal thing for us after nomination. And then, of course, we will be continuing to the engagement of our voters and supporters. And, of course, promoting our achievements, reminding them of all the work that we have been doing and all that we intend to do.
With the nominations confirmed, the candidates are officially in the race. Both now turn their focus to engaging with residents and outlining their priorities as parties prepare for a competitive campaign in Northwest St. Ann. Raheem White for CVM News.
We take a break. Stay with us.
Let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want we country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public while on the road to republic. Let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We on the road to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We on the road to republic.
We a bucket together when everybody out. Fried chicken we a pre-bucket for the crew. Share a bucket together, everybody go live. Spicy original when we online.
Bucket together to the new dance craze. Space explosion bursting with flames.
When we a bucket together, it put you in a good mood. Every moment you share is finger licking good. Bucket together, come make we bucket together.
Get
them ready for back to school with Quartz. Buy select HP and Lenovo laptops and get a free backpack, mouse, and mousepad. Shop printers starting at $12,999, up to 25% off tablets. Or get a 15-inch Lenovo laptop for only $59,999. Plus, enjoy 20% off or a $10,000 book voucher with select credit purchases. Back to school at Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end August 24. Conditions apply.
The following is a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
Jamaica isn't just the land we love, this is the land we choose. The Jamaica Labour Party has done more than any other government to make this country better for us all. We're doing more for you, and we're not done yet. No new taxes in 8 years. More Jamaicans working. Violent crime at its lowest in decades. More reliable water and upgraded health centers. Choose proven results, not just promises. Put your ex beside the bell.
The proceeding was a paid announcement by the Jamaica Labour Party.
50 years of finger-licking good memories, yeah.
The time by KFC is
7:30.
Thanks so much for staying with us. We've been asking our viewers across our digital platforms, who do you think would make a better Minister of Health? Based on the current Andrew Holness cabinet and the Mark Golding shadow cabinet, the choice was between Dr. Christopher Tufton and Dr. Alfred Dawes. Across all platforms, Dr. Christopher Tufton emerged as the overwhelming favorite over opposition shadow minister Dr. Alfred Dawes. On Instagram, Dr. Christopher Tufton stretched his lead with 76%, Dr. Alfred Dawes to 58%. On Facebook, Dr. Alfred Dawes secured 53%, while Dr. Tufton received 46%. While on X, formerly Twitter, Dr. Christopher Tufton dominated with 61% when compared to Dr. Alfred Dawes' 39%. On YouTube, the current minister again came out on top, polling at 68% against Dr. Dawes' 32%. When the numbers were tallied, the overall result showed Dr. Tufton with 75% and Dr. Dawes with a much lower percent. So now we turn to regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. About 6,000 healthcare workers, including nurses, are needed in Guyana to help tackle the shortage of healthcare workers. Head of Internal Medicine and Cardiology at the Georgetown Public Hospital, Dr. Mahendra Karpen, is advocating for innovative, non-traditional methods of training to meet the growing demand for services. More from Newsroom Guyana.
Head of Internal Medicine and Cardiology at the Georgetown Public Hospital, Dr. Mahendra Karpen, said that while the issue of limited healthcare personnel is a global challenge and was worsened by the COVID-19 pandemic, solutions lie in adapting how training is approached. During an episode of the Starting Point podcast this week, he cited the example of a heart surgeon in South India whose surgical team includes housewives from local villages who were taught specialized skills to assist in operating rooms despite not having formal nursing education.
The way we will address that, and we have to address it, is by training. Now, I've been to places where the healthcare workers have been trained in the non-traditional ways. For example, one of the most successful heart surgeons in India, in South India, his main assistants, the nurses who assist him in the operating room, are not people who went to nursing school, but these are people that are indigenous to the village where the hospital is. He found them, these are housewives and moms, and said, listen, come, I will teach you a skill to be my assistant in the operating room.
And in international news, in northern Pakistan, rescuers are searching for survivors from flash flooding caused by 5 days of heavy rain. The unprecedented monsoon has caused century-record devastation in Swat Valley, burying entire villages under meters of mud. The details from Al Jazeera.
Everywhere you look, you see nothing but utter destruction and devastation. People have lost everything. They were lucky that this particular flood hit in the morning hours. Had it come at night, it would have had catastrophic results with huge loss of life. But people here have lost everything. Their houses are now buried under several meters of mud. They have lost their belongings. They don't have any clothes, no clean drinking water, and they will need huge support from the authorities in order to put them back on their feet. We have visited businesses which were completely obliterated. All their merchandise is now buried, and people are trying to salvage.
The recent flood has brought unprecedented devastation, shattering the records of the past century. Nearly 5 days have passed since the disaster struck, yet no government aid has reached the area. Families are struggling to survive on their own, and the absence of support has left people feeling abandoned.
The monsoon season is not yet over. Pounding rain in the southern port city of Karachi has inundated most of that city. Poor planning and rampant corruption, which is now institutionalized, has led to this catastrophe.
And that's it for regional and international news.
Sports is up next, but before that, here's your weather report.
The weather report is brought to you by
Reduxin. More than vitamin C, it's from Bayer.
The report was brought to you by
Reduxin. More than vitamin C, it's from Bayer.
Find out where you are to vote before Election Day. On Election Day, visit your polling station and listen to the instructions of the presiding officer. Remember to bring your new voter ID card. You may still vote without your ID card, but the process will be faster if you have it with you. Mark your ballot behind the voting booth and return your ballot folded. Once the counterfoil is removed, your ballot cannot be traced back to you. Dip your finger in the ink and watch as your ballot is deposited into the ballot box.
Your vote is your voice.